Welcome back to Suzuka for the finale of the Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge. You join us just as the cars are gridding up. We're a few seconds away from the start of the final race of this season. And of course, for the championship, all David Hatton needs is 2 points to secure the title.
And it looks like we're about to go green, Chris.
Yep, red lights are on and we're about to go green for the final time for this Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge season. They're away and Ismael Basso leads the field away, and Danny Henny immediately trying to challenge for second place as he's tucked in the slipstream of Sam Watley. Just behind them, it's Garen Batten trying to sneak up the inside and Tim Ellis as well. But it's still as you were for the grid as they emerge out of turn 2 and up at the back of the field. It still looks pretty clean out there.
It does. They're all going very nicely at the moment. Hatton through the S's alongside Carl Power. He's not having any incidents so far, so he's keeping it clean.
Nobody told Watley you can't overtake in the S's because he's tried twice to get through on Ismael Basso, and that's an open door for Danny Henny, just biding his time through that opening sector, and on the wrong line into Degner 1. He's going to have to tell me, oh, Watley's dropped it though, and that could cause carnage for the cars behind. Yeah, amazingly, everyone seems to avoid it so far. The only casualty there seems to be John Lange. He's just clipped. Oh no, there's a couple of cars off. Crucially, Tim Ellis off at Degner 2, Barry Kemp as well, and Tim Ellis. And I think Sam Harper just got a little tag in there as well.
He did, and Spanner's got turned around as well. David Hatton took the championship leader. He just managed to get all the way through there. He had to go through the cloud of somebody who was spinning just in front of him, lit up the tyres. So he was very lucky to come through unscathed.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's left Ismael Basso with a nice advantage over Danny Henny, although that's surely going to come down very quickly. Garen Batten sits in third place ahead of Mark Greenhow, James Wingfield, Kyle Power, 2 very quick cars. Watch for them coming through the field. Then Andy Flagg, another rookie, is only his second race as well, and he's doing very well indeed. Then it's David Hatton, the championship elect at the moment. Then Alex Drillsma and Jelle Ooms just ahead of Alexander Dobitsberger. So our key players getting through cleanly as Jelle Ooms tries to make a move on Alex Drillsma into the chicane, and Drillsma forcing, oh no, and Andy Flagg has dropped it in the final corner, and now just in front of it, it's 3 wide down the pit straight between Drillsma, Dobitsberger and Ooms. Dobitsberger in the middle and Ooms on the inside, and it is the Caterham coloured car that just comes out in front ahead of Dobitsberger.
Speaking of ending in tears, Chris, disaster for Sam Harper. He is crabbing down the back straight into the front chicane, so he's had some serious contact. He is out of the championship, which hands it to David Hatton.
He has been so unlucky. We were just talking to him off air. His wheel disconnected after that contact. That's why we saw him go off on the back straight and into the barriers and spin round. So he has just had awful luck tonight. And Wingfield, unlucky number 13 for Wingfield. He's gone round trying to pass into Degner 1.
And that's put Carl Power in the wall as well.
Power's in the wall as well. And that's the man who's fighting for the top honours in the Missed Apex panel battle. Well, I think he's got enough of an advantage to just get away with that.
Yeah, he's also sustained some front wing damage from just touching the tyre barrier, so I think this is that's quite a critical thing for his race. It's only Spanners Ready who is a couple of places behind him now, so we'll see how well Kyle can keep it in front, because as I say, he's got that damage that will put massive pressure, particularly through that first sector.
Danny Henny is about to make his move for the lead on Ismael Basso. They're coming down the back straight. This should be easy pickings for Henny. Running that tribute all-black car for his late uncle, and looking towards the inside of the chicane. And easy as you like, Danny Henny leads and on course now to become the first repeat winner in one night. We haven't seen that before in the Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge. And we said it at the beginning, if it's going to happen at any time, it's going to happen tonight, when Henny's just got so much speed on the rest of the field, and maybe, I wouldn't say lucked into his reverse grid spot, but definitely a more difficult race 2 is putting him good stead so far for this final race.
That's true. The nearest title contender is David Hatton in 5th, only 6 seconds behind. But I think with the pace that Danny's shown, I think now he's out in front. Hopefully he can just scamper away.
Yeah, unless he makes a mistake somewhere, which doesn't seem very likely at all. So just roaring through the S's at the moment. It's worth pointing out Hatton's come up from 11th on the grid. Ooms up from 12th, now 6th. Dovitzberger up 10 places into 7th. Drilsma up from 15th to 8th. And Ficacci 20th to 9th. So our race 2 winner has been storming through the pack already.
Chris, we should go back to Spanners Ready and Kyle Power, because Spanners is trying to make a move on Kyle. This is crucial for their title battle, and actually he's managed to make it stick. As I say, I think... and that being said, Spanners is off the circuit into the wall.
Oh, that's a critical mistake there from Spanners Ready, and that pretty much puts him out.
Yeah, that's just put him out of contention, I'm afraid.
In fact, Power had 40 points over Spanners, who was the next Missed Apex panel member. He had gone up to 6th. Spanners had fallen down to 9th. So Power has actually already secured the honours for the top Missed Apex panel member, but it could be... no, there's 59 points between Trumpets and Spanners as well. So he looks out of this one as well and looks set for that 11th place spot in the championship. So Power now is he's fighting for keeps now, actually, and with Ellis not scoring very well at all so far today, because he's dropped now to 5th in the championship. Power could come and nab a top 5 spot in the championship from under his nose. He's already jumped Dovitzberger and Lang.
Problem is, Chris, Carl Power is dropping like a stone. He's now in 24th place. He's got no top end speed because that left front part of his wing is just absolutely bent out of shape. It's losing him downforce through the curves and also top end, so he's just being eaten alive out there.
It's a real shame for him, as we're seeing Yellow Ooms and Alexander Dovitzberger coming through the pack. Ooms has already made a move on Mark Greenhow for 5th place, and now it's Dovitzberger next in the queue, and they're just coming through Degner 2 now. Alex Drilsma, Steve Ficacci, Gregory Leader and John Lang, those 3 cars that were on the podium together in race 2, and Dovitzberger's already got Greenhow. He's got his man. Oh, he's tagged Drilsma on the way to the hairpin. They're both off in there.
Yeah, Drilsman was trying to go to the outside. I don't think Greenhow possibly saw him and just managed to get... Oh, and that is Drilsman again, once again in the wall. He is out of this race. He's got no front or back end now.
Well, I mean, it's a shame for him to win his championship like that, but in 2 events in the Missed Apex Motorsport series, he has absolutely stunned and impressed us with his incredible speed and brilliant racecraft. So that's not how we wanted him to end his championship, but nonetheless, it's been a sterling couple of weeks for that man. So that's put a little bit of distance between Ooms, Dovitzberger, Ficacci. He's got Leader for close company as they head towards the chicane. Alex Van Gien closing in on this battle as well. Oh, Hatton, meanwhile, is about to put himself onto the podium. Into turn 1, slips up the inside of Garen Batten. And that is now 3rd place. Oh, he's run wide, though, and Batten's coming back at him. So he may be the championship in waiting, but Batten is not going to take it lying down. They're side by side in the S's. This is what we feared would happen. And they've managed to make it work. And Hatton goes through. Man, oh man, I think that right there just proves why he's about to become our inaugural Formula Renault Challenge champion.
Yeah, he was very brave to duke it out there, but as you rightly said, Chris, he's already tied up the title, so he can just absolutely go for those purple sectors now. So he is on P3, so on the podium. What a great way to finish his title charge. Yeah,
I've got to say, these guys we don't normally see up at the front of the field, the Battens and the Bassos, they're doing a pretty good job of mixing it in with these guys. Basso was only 2.2 seconds behind Henny as they went over the line last time round, and still sitting in that 2nd place. And there's about 5 seconds back to Hatton as well. And with 3 laps to go after this one, he at least has a very good shout of being on the podium for the 2nd time, I make it.
We've got a nice battle developing between Gregory Leader and John Lang. I think Leader has just got past John Lang, in fact. So further back from them, we got John Cox in the light pink car, battling Andy Flagg in the kind of neon pink car. And actually, he's making a move to the outside through 130. Yeah. This could be very dicey.
Yep. the two most distinguishable liveries on the grid going side by side into 130R, and it is Flag that makes it round the outside. That is nicely done. There's another rookie who's done very, very well in only 2 appearances in this championship.
And coming back to Ooms versus Derbitzberger. Derbitzberger is going to the outside around turn 1. He's going to back out for this time, but he's going to have to try and tuck it up behind and stay there through the S's. It's so tricky with the wash from the rear of these cars to stay behind. And he's going to have to try and see if he can line him up into the hairpin, I guess, is his next shot.
Haven't we seen this time and time again? These top cars that are squabbling away with each other and not closing in on the front pack as quickly as they may well do. But Ooms holding on to that 5th place spot for now. All of these guys have been coming through the pack with the reverse grid situation that we run. And that was a lot of curb for Ooms at Degner 1, but he gathers it up. It's a very dangerous curb to run into.
We've seen fantastic racing going through this whole series, Chris.
Lang up on the inside of leader at the hairpin. Sorry to cut over you there, but this is the 2 guys who were on the podium fighting for the lead in the last race. Now going side by side once again, and they've dropped back quite a fair bit from Fikachi as a result of it. And Lang still not taking no for an answer as he gets up the inside into Spoon Corner, and leader has to concede the place. So that's 8th spot now for John Lang in that number 48 car.
Yeah, these two have been battling all race. I don't expect this one to be over just yet, especially since it's in the tow. Expect him to, or leader, to be able to try and see if he can get down the inside of turn 1, I think, because the hairpin is, the chicane's coming up. I don't think he's close enough. He's going to the outside, though.
Or Lang having to go defensive, and he's able to hold on to it for now. Meanwhile, Conor Meyer is trying to find a way past Alex Mangin as well, but not close enough on that particular occasion. And Dobertsberger now having another run on Yellow Ooms for 5th place. So we saw them side by side into turn 1 last time around. This time, Dobertsberger has found himself the inside line. Is that going to work out a bit better for him? And it seems it does so. So that's 5th place for the number 21 car running that fantastic Ace of Spades livery that was pretty much a fan favourite as soon as it rolled out in Okayama. But that's Ooms down to 6th, and maybe Fikachi now will have a run at him in the second half of this lap.
I was just going to say, Chris, we've seen some fantastic racing through this whole series, and I was just going to hopefully give a shout out to a few of the people who have made this series possible, Chris, because it's just been a wonderful thing from, I say, all the way from Okayama all the way through to today. It's been amazing, Chris.
It really has, and we do have to thank the admin who have done a fantastic job putting this together. Sam Watley and Richard Molden, both competitors in this series, but they do a fantastic job putting it together. And all the fantastic colours that you're seeing on the grid, all the work of Ian Erasmus, who has done a fantastic job to really light up this grid, and it's a very distinguishable one and unique amongst the sim racing world. So with 1 lap to go then, 1 and a bit lap, so that Henny is about to start his final lap, just coming through the chicane now. Basso still holding on to that 2nd place, Hatton still 3rd. Garen Batten, that gap between him and Dobertsberger is closing up, and there could be quite a big scrap on the final lap between these guys for the top 4 positions. We see a few lockups on the way into the chicane. Certainly these guys are not done squabbling yet. And we saw Dobertsberger making the move into turn 1 last time around. This time it's Ooms who's going to be challenging, but forced onto the outside. And he might pick up the slipstream from Garen Batten there, which might just give him a little advantage. Trying to go around the outside. Oh, he's going to make it work so long as he can just get it on the exit. Dobertsberger's going to try and fight him, but with the line coming up to this left-hander, Ooms retakes that position, and Fikachi nearly running into the back of Dobertsberger's car as they went into the SS section.
One battle we need to focus on as well is Spanners and Harper, actually, for the minor points places in 32nd and 33rd, they have just exchanged positions 2 or 3 times in the last few corners. So they're having a right battle coming down the back straight. Harper's in the slipstream. He's going to come. Oh, he's washed out a little bit through 130. He's going to make a move into the chicane. Goes to the inside. He thinks better of it this time round. Spanners goes wide though, and that allows Harper to come on the outside and sweep round and take them place.
Fantastic stuff. A wily old fox. Well, the pair of them are really. And once again, we're seeing fantastic action at up and down the field. It's not over between Ooms and Dobertsberger, and they're coming up to the final slipstreaming opportunity. As Dobertsberger wants to retake that 5th place spot. Batten looks secure in his 4th place spot. But now we're going to see Danny Henney as he comes through the chicane. And we didn't think it was going to be possible. We thought we'd planned for this kind of thing to keep the grids mixed up. But no one can stop Danny Henney. A remarkable performance. He is the first man to take 2 wins in one night, with victory in the finale of the Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge. But hold your horses, because here comes David Hatton, our inaugural champion. Garen Batten does get that 4th place spot in the end, and Jelle Ooms just fended off Alexander Dobertsberger to 5th. And John Lang he wasn't quite close enough to get Focacci in the end. Gregory Leader takes 9th, and Alex Van Gina top 10 spot for him. Chris, what an amazing season we have had.
It's just been incredible. The driving standards have been amazing. The organisation has been wonderful. I've had a fantastic time commentating alongside you, Chris.
I've thoroughly enjoyed it as well. Let's get some of the driving. We couldn't do it before. Let's get everyone in now. Let's get some guys in.
Okay, let's see if we can get Spanners in first.
Can you hear me all right, yeah?
Oh, yeah, we're good. Go for it.
Just big congratulations to David Hatton, and well fought from Sam Harper, who actually slowed down 3 seconds so that we could have a fight in the last few laps. First of all, I'd love to say how great it's been listening to you guys, and well done all season long. Everyone's having an absolute blast in our Discord chat as well, and there's going to be more Missed Apex. We're going to stamp ourselves all over iRacing in the next couple of months.
So you've had a very interesting day today, but just a wonderful championship. Thank you so much for organising that.
No worries. Big shout out to Steve Amy doing the video, Richard Molden and Sam Watley doing it behind the scenes, as well as what you guys have been up to. See you later, guys.
Thank you, Spanners. Let's see if we go to Danny Henney, our winner here. So, double race winner, the first one. How you feel?
Yeah, I feel really good. Really enjoyed the championship. Everybody who drives in it, fantastic drivers, loads of fun and fantastic event. So yeah, feeling really good.
Is Kyle still with us? We can talk to our Missed Apex panelist champion if you like.
Hello, Chris. Yes, I am.
Hello, Kyle. So you had an interesting race there. You got quite a bit of damage in race 3.
Yes, that was frustrating. I had a very good start, avoided most of the carnage, was sitting there quite happily. Then it looked like James Wingfield had a nibble up the inside into Degner 1, but he just dropped it, and unfortunately I just had nowhere to go. Never mind.
Never mind, because you end up as our Missed Apex panelist champion, beating Spanners on the last day. So how does that feel to be the best of us?
Oh, wow. I'm absolutely elated, and I'm truly honoured. Truly honoured to have the title. Spanner sucks, clearly.
You're the worst, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm going to print that accolade out, and it's going on the wall. It's been fantastic, and what a fantastically run championship. You guys have been awesome in the comms.
Thanks, Kyle. Congratulations again. We'll just confirm as well, Jelle Ooms did take 3rd in the championship ahead of Edward Shelley. Guys, thank you so much for joining us over these last 12 weeks. It has been an absolute joy to bring you some of the best racing we have seen in the esports world during this lockdown. Of course, there's been an awful lot of it, but we think we've done a pretty good job of putting together something really special. So once again, thank you to the admins, Sam Watley and Richard Molden, and to Steve Amy, our amazing broadcaster, video editor, who's done a fantastic job of putting this all together. And thank you to Chris for being my co-commentator. I've loved every second on the air with you. You are going to take us for the Fun Cup race now, but for me, this is Chris Stevens and the Missed Apex Formula Renault Challenge signing off. Bye-bye.